I probably gave you a list in the last semester for the two different types of tools, popular tools. Radio RNP tools, I mean tools for the purpose of radio network planning and for the purpose of test drives, okay, which sometimes is used for optimization, okay, or tuning of the network. So this is a drive test tool, a pretty popular drive test tool. However, it is used very little in our country because we have wide deployment by Huawei. And Huawei gives away a tool, the drive test tool, along with their other services. When they sell their products for free, they provide drive test tools. So this is why the operators in our country don't purchase any drive test tools, and so I mean there is very little business of XCAL in our country. Sometimes they have used, and the tool is pretty expensive. I think it costs around $14,000 for each license. Okay, with one license you can use it on one laptop, and it costs around $14,000. But as an academia, we could get very good discount. We purchased it at $6,000. Still quite high for us. And also we went for a good phone. You cannot connect all types of phones. The phones have to be taken to test mode first. Okay, you don't have this option for all types of phones. Secondly, the tool we had was, I mean, they have both types of licenses, two different types of licenses, to work with Qualcomm phones or to work with Exynos chipset. Okay, they actually the software creates an interface with the chipset and collects the information from the chipset inside. So the software vendor has a negotiation with the chipset vendor, like with Qualcomm, or say, I mean, there are Nokia chipset, okay, whoever sells chipset, and so Samsung has a chipset Exynos. Now, I mean, this particular license is for connection with Samsung Exynos chipset. So our university has purchased Samsung S10 Plus. It also cost us pretty high when, I mean, that was the latest phone model then. And it had this Exynos chipset. I mean, in our countries, Samsung did not bring Qualcomm chipset based phones, okay, for their high-end phones. So that's why we had to go for Exynos chipset, and we also had to purchase the license with Exynos. Anyway, let's check how it works. Oh, something I would like to share with you before exploring the tool. Let me discuss how you set up a call in 3G. Okay, we discussed this morning. Like you were in idle state. Assume that you were in idle state. So first you have to set up RC connection. That is pretty much the same way you do in LT. By the way, do you hear me? You do, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So you can see that as the connection is set up, and there are some exchange of messages. I mean, this way, when and you consider the network on the right side and the phone on the left side. So the rightward arrow indicates uplink message, leftward arrow indicates downlink message. Okay, so you can see that the same type of messages you have to set up RC connection. Once you get RC connected, you can exchange messages. But from then on, you need to exchange some NAS messages. Okay, so the base station will actually forward the message to the network. When it goes in uplink, when it goes in downlink, the base station forward from the network, it will receive and forward it to the UE. Okay, so the network, I mean, after completion of the RC connection, the network sends request for service at the level of this kind of service request message. We also have for LT. I wanted to discuss it this morning, but time didn't permit. Anyway, some authentication is done, and thereafter you see that I talked about some block call control CC. Okay, that takes care of the call setup procedure. Now you see that there is an uplink message setup. This one is for UE originated voice call. It is sometimes called mobile originated voice call or MO call. MO call means you are making a call, and MT call means mobile terminated call. You are receiving a call. Okay. So in the industry, a lot of times people use these terms MO and MT. So in MO call, the mobile sends a setup message, and this message includes the phone number that is calling. Okay, so the network then processes the call request, and when it changes some network area, okay, at the core network level, then there can be indication from the network call. You don't see this message all the time, call proceeding. Okay, if you're within the same core network, under same core network part, then you don't have this. But anyway, forget about this message for now. Now you see that there are some radio bearers are set up, okay, that you need for the voice transfer. It is now being set up by the network. It is preparing for the voice call. Although the call is not yet set up, but it is preparing. It is set up the data profile, and then you receive. It is leftwards arrow. So you receive an alerting message. This alerting message means the phone at the other end, you're calling someone. So then you are a caller party, and the other side is called party. The called party, the phone at the other end has started ringing. So the network sends you an indication. Alerting means it's indication. Once your phone receives this message, it starts playing the sound beep, beep, beep. Okay. And when the other side picks up the phone, presses the green button, picks up the phone, then your network sends an indication connect. That indicates that the other side has picked up the phone. Okay. So then your phone will send an acknowledgement to this message. And from then on, voice packets will flow in both directions. Okay. So the same thing, if we look at on the other side where the call is being received. Okay. You guys are following me, right? Are you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Things are interesting. Okay. From now on, when you receive a call, I mean, probably uh, you won't be actually caring who is making the call. Rather, you'll be thinking what is going on there. The RC connection setup and setup message. You'll be thinking about themselves. You forget what to say. Okay. You'll be thinking about these processes. Okay. So on the other end, a paging message will first indicate Okay, you see the 3G also uses the same type of procedure. Okay, and this is why the people in the industries can update themselves easily. They know uh, what to be taken care of. Like why do you need random access? Why do you need paging? They know them and how it is then taken care of in one technology. So they can update when it is done a little differently in a new technology. Okay, they know the purpose of the procedure, and so they know they can easily understand the alternative ways to fulfill the same demand. So you see paging, some paging message informs that the network is looking for you. Then you have the same type of random access procedure, which switches to the RC connection. And thereafter again, you have some authentication. And then now, I mean, you are calling somebody. He is receiving the call. Okay. So network will send him a setup message. And this message will carry the phone number of the caller party. This is the called party. He receives a message, and this setup message will show you shortly. This setup message includes the phone number. Okay, you send an acknowledgement, then the radio bears are set up, and your phone is once your phone starts ringing, the phone will send this message alerting. Okay, this message indicates that your phone has started ringing, and the network once the network receives this alerting message, the network will also send an alerting message to the caller party. Okay, the phone on the caller party side will start playing beep beep. Okay, so this one starts ringing, and since when okay, after a while, the guy will receive the call pressing the green button. As soon as he does it, the phone sends a message connect. Okay, and the network will also send a message connect to the other guy, to the caller party. He will understand that the guy on the other end has picked up. Okay, and he sends this connect message. Once the network receives that, it also sends connect message, and thereafter pass packets keep going. Questions?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to show you that I'm not lying. Things will show the actions on our phone. Now see, these are the messages. Okay, currently, see the timestamps. Okay, today it's 1:50, 37 seconds, and then milliseconds. At different timestamps, the phone is receiving the paging messages. The phone is now in idle mode. By the way, the test phone is already hooked up using USB cable. It is hooked up with the laptop, and so the I mean this port configuration. And there are some issues which is later able to resolve. Alhamdulillah. Anyway, so there is now an interface between the software and the chipset inside the phone. Now you see that the phone is only reading the paging message. Okay, so there is a direct cycle. It's waking up at its own on duration. Okay, you know, there's particular timing for itself, and it is reading the paging message. There's nobody to call, so nothing else is going on. However, the network is also not sending any system information as of now. When it sends once in a while, the network sends a system message. Then the network phone would also read them. Okay, maybe we would hit them sometime, but now there are no system messages, so you can see only the paging message. And the paging message, the content you can see here on the right side for any message. Okay, it has information of some other guys. For so other people This particular paging message is um, paging somebody else. And here is a list of the STMZ of those guys. You see the STMZ. This is one. I mean, this is an STMZ. This is another STMZ. This is another STMZ. So there are different STMZ, but these are for somebody else's. So okay, not our phone.
Sir.
Okay, now you see system information message. Now you see master information block. Okay, SIP type 1, SIP type 2, SIP 5, SIP type 7. SIP type, let's see all of them. Master information block. You see what you have there. Bandwidth, can you see? Can you see the bandwidth?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, this thing is going live, right?
Yeah, it
In
is.
your phone,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is recording this.
Yeah. You can see everything live here. See the timestamp 21:53, 9:53 now. You can see these things live. Okay. So I'm just showing that I have I didn't lie in our classes. Now you see that you have downlink bandwidth. There's not much information on MIB. Bandwidth, you have 75 carriers, subcarriers. Okay. And you should have system frame number, SFN. This is the SFN number. Okay, so it gives you the bandwidth on this cell. It gives you SFN. This is the primary information. Okay. Now we'll see the SIP type 1. Okay. I said that the SIP type 1 contains MCC MNC. And MCC is 470 for Bangladesh. And MNC is 01 for Grameenphone. So things make sense, right? Guys, do you believe
Sir.
me now?
Yes, sir.
You guys,
We believe all along. Why do you think we don't believe?
so you guys have started believing me now, right? Okay.
Sir, we believed you from the first class.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
oh, really? Okay. Now, you can see tracking area code. Tracking area code, you can see, right? You can also see cell identity. I told you that PCI is a preliminary level of identity, but later on SIP type 1, it gives you the whole identity. Actually, there is a in every network, there's a unique identity. On Grameen network, this cell identity does not repeat. In the whole country, it doesn't. So when you add this MCC, MNC to cell identity, you have a globally unique cell identity. When you add them to tracking area code, you have a globally unique TAI. Okay, and also you have a few things which RxLab mean, XCAL mean. These things, I think we have already. Again, you see, they are again sending you these SIP messages. Okay, we'll shortly explain SIP 3, SIP 5, SIP 6. Okay, we'll explain them in our next class, inshallah. They are related to cell reselection. And okay, now
Sir.
you see RxLab mean. We spoke of RxLab mean. Do you remember? That indicates the minimum signal in level for a cell to be suitable. Okay. Yep.
Sir, why we are having suddenly a master information message? Like we are getting paging.
They will periodically,
suddenly...
the network sends them periodically. The network sends them periodically. You know why? Because when a new phone can be powered up anytime, right? After a phone is powered up, it has to synchronize, and then it has to read at least 3 messages before it can camp on a new cell. These messages are, first of all, MIB. First, it has to read MIB. Once it reads MIB, it knows the bandwidth. And from then on, it can read PDCCH. Okay. Until it reads MIB, it cannot. After it can read PDCCH, it can read SIB messages. Then it has to read at least SIB type 1 and SIB type 2 before it is allowed to camp on the cell. So if you power up, but you don't, it cannot read the. So once in a while, the network has to send to so that a new phone can be powered up. So even if, of course, if the network changes any configuration, it will send the messages again. But even if it doesn't change, it will periodically send these system information messages. It is the most important messages. Okay. So there are many other SIP messages, but they may not be sent that frequently unless there are changes. But a phone cannot actually hook up unless you send these messages. Okay. Any
Yes,
other
sir.
questions? Now I'll make a call. Okay. So the
Sir, can we see the DRX cycle here, in the left hand side?
actually you know what it is. No, it doesn't show you that way. It shows you the messages here, but from the time difference between two paging messages, you can actually figure out the DRX cycle length, right? It's in millisecond.
Yes, yes, sir.
You
Actually,
have
it's very low, I can see.
I think it's
definitely,
more than a millisecond. I have calculated.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it is probably roughly you're getting them once in a second, right?
I think it's 277 milliseconds.
Okay. So, and you can see that it's a paging message contains a few STMC. That's it. That's the content. So these guys know that the network is now calling us. Okay, so you don't have any other information. Okay, things are clear.
Sir, the channel
Mm-hmm.
downlink PCCH.
Yeah.
So it should read PDCCH, right? Why did
No. You know, it is the logical channel. We gave you the names at the physical layer, but there are some the hierarchy for the channels. Probably I showed you that picture too. It is connected to some other layer. I mean, there are channels also at the transport layer and the logical layer. I mean, at the MAC level and at the RLC level. So the names are then different. This is the name at the logical, I mean, at the RLC level. Okay, I mean, when RC and RLC are connected, okay, layer 2 and layer 3 RLC connected, it is I mean, the channels are there at this interface. The channels are then called logical channels. The term is then paging control channel. Okay. Now I'll make a call, and a lot of things will take place. I mean, RC connections will be set up. It will move to 3G circuit switching fallback. So there are quite a few steps. Okay, and it will show. Now it shows LT. You see, this column shows the technology, the RAT. RAT is now, radio access technology is now LT. It will convert to 3G. Okay. Okay, from my phone, I'll give a call. And it will, I'll show you my phone number. Okay. You can check everything. I just want you to believe me. So do you remember my number? It
yes,
will
sir.
match. It will match.
Call Tasin. Tasin ke call.
Okay,
Tasin
check my number. Oh, you want? Okay, some of you may give a call. Okay, I'll give you the phone number of what is connected to. Okay, I'll let you call. Oh, somebody is asking about long DRX. See, long and short DRX cycles are used only in RC connected state. In RC idle state, there is no, I mean, it's just a single type of messages. Long and short types are used only in connected state. Okay, the number, the phone number. Let me get it. Give me a second.
Sir, if we are asked why there is two options in connected state and one option, only one option in RSA idle state, what should we answer?
I couldn't
I
get
mean,
you.
there is only one provision in RRC idle state, and there are two options in RRC connected state. Why there is difference? If it's RC, then what should we answer?
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll discuss that in the class.
Okay, sir.
Second. Okay, write down the number. Is 01. Okay, okay, I'll write down in chat box. Okay. Now who's gonna call us?
I can call.
Okay. Okay, then write down your number here in the chat box.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we'll see this number, Ratul's number, after he calls. Okay. Okay, Ratul, give us a call.
Sir, this so much message within a little time.
Okay, now the setup message I have, there is a setup message. Okay, I mean it is already in 3G, you can see. Now, okay, let me pick the call. Okay, the call is, you see now connect. I have just picked the call. I see connect, right? Connect at, did you see?
Yes, sir.
Connect acknowledgement. It is no, because there are so many other messages. Once you are in connected state, it measures and send it, the different cells, and keeps sending you the measurement reports. Oh, okay. Oh, very difficult to find them. Yes, probably you could see connect message, right?
Yes,
Here you
sir.
see connect message. Now I'll also try to go back to the setup message. Fools me. Okay, maybe I disconnect and I go back there. Okay, it has gone back to LTE. It is now releasing, it will now release everything. RC connect, it will release RC connection. You see RC connection release. After this one, it has gone back to RC idle state. Okay, until this message, it was still in RC connected state. So these measurement reports are sent to the network only when you are in connected state. This is our discussion for the next class. That when you are in connected state, it is your job, I mean the phone's job, to keep sending you measurement reports. Okay, so frequently it keeps sending. In the, I mean, it say, well, another window we can show you. Give me a second. Okay, Now you see it's now in idle state, but it is camped on a particular cell, and that cell is marked in red here. So its PCI is 81, and it is showing the neighboring cells in green, and here is a list of these cells. So I mean, it has to synchronize. It has to go through this stage before it can capture other cells. So many other neighboring cells you can see, right? So the phone is capturing all these cells continuously and checking their power level. You see RSRP, I mean, it's showing in dBm. Interestingly, the serving cell has a poorer condition compared to these neighboring guys.
But still it's there. Sir, are those neighboring cells are in tracking area, in the same tracking area?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's keeping the record of the cells in a tracking area, which it is in. Right?
Well, tracking area is a different issue. When you first synchronize and check the power level, you select a cell with a better radio link condition, and after you camp on a cell, you check the SIB message, and when you find the tracking area code different, okay, then you start tracking area update procedure. Okay, that's not a problem. That's an easy job. You just do that when you find a mismatch, when the new tracking area code does not match your list currently maintained list. Okay.
So 81 is the PCI of
Yeah,
your cell.
yeah. I mean, it is. I know it's confusing here. I mean, somehow this neighbor cell is misread. Okay, there are multiple 81, which shouldn't be the case. I mean, you should not have a repetition of the. So it may be the same cell is misread somehow. I mean, it is shown as neighboring cell, but it is it's actually the same cell. Okay, and also, I mean, the one it is currently configured. It may be because of some bug in the tool. And you see that it is holding 81, which has the best radio link condition -94. It makes sense that this 81 will be used for camping. Okay, so this is capturing 81, but it is also showing this 81 with very poor power level as the serving, so which is probably a bug in the tool. Okay, the phone is actually capturing. Yeah, I mean, you gotta look at this one, the next second line, 81 -95. That is probably that is indicating the actual serving cell. Forget about the first line. This coming because of some bug, some problem. A lot of times it happens in my life that things didn't work perfectly just because of some bug in the tool. Okay. When they release any new version, they come up with some bug inside. Anyway, so in this idle state, it is just measuring, okay, but it doesn't send any measurement report back to the network. But when you move towards a connected, is because you perform cell reselection. When you are connected state, the network will handle your cell switching. So the network needs to know the signal quality at your position. So the phone has to send frequently. It keeps measuring, and this measurement information has to be sent to the network. Okay. So frequently. So you'll see a lot of measurement report messages in that state. Okay, now we are in. Okay, I'll now make a call. Ratul,
Yes, sir.
I'm now gonna call you.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Give me a second. Pick it up after a while, okay? So,
Okay, sir.
so I've turned on a speaker. You see, it is now moving to 3G. Oh, now it's in, but it hasn't yet sent the alerting message. Okay, alerting message. Somehow, probably we have missed it. It's playing beep sound, so alerting message should have been there. So it was definitely somehow we missed it.
Should I pick it up?
I just wanted to see the alerting message. Okay. Again, RC connection release. Okay, I'm making the call again. Call proceeding. Here setup. Here you see alerting message. Alerting, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, alert.
Yes, sir.
Alerting. Okay, so the other. So and it is now playing beep sounds. And there is also setup message. Okay, okay. There. Okay, I'll again make the call, and you should first see random access procedure. You see patch reamble. You see?
Yes,
Did you
sir.
see patch reamble? Okay, just to help you believe me. Call proceeding, and above that, oh, alerting.
Yes, sir. We saw it actually alerting.
Okay, alerting. Okay, just
So
want
can
to.
you scroll up and see those messages?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to roll out. I wanted to pick the setup message, but I failed to do that. Oh, this release first it uses NAS release. Okay, disconnect NAS release, and thereafter RC connection release.
So the ID is sometimes RR and sometimes NAS. So what is
RR,
RR?
when it is RR is used in 3G.
Okay.
Okay. When you see RR, it's already in 3G. Okay.
So can't we see the phone number?
Yeah. Now we'll see. This is the setup message. This time I could pick up. You see alerting. Now
Yes,
you
sir.
should have. Now you should have beep sound. Do you hear the beep sound from my end? It's playing. Is it audible?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
But we believe no problem
Oh,
because
you do.
We believe, sir.
my phone is
Or
ringing.
okay, your phone is ringing. Okay,
Yes.
I also believe you that your phone is ringing. Okay, but this time I picked our setup message. Okay, if you're familiar with Ratul's phone number, you can check it from here. Does it match his number? You
Yes, sir.
see?
It is
Yes,
my
sir.
number. Yeah.
It does, sir. It does.
Yeah.
So it's sent
I'm
bit by bit, right? Eight,
bit by bit.
eight,
Yeah,
zero,
yeah.
whatever.
Definitely. Okay. So the tool converts the BT stream. Actually, the message content, this is the whole message content. The tool has a negotiation. The tool has a deal with the chipset vendor. The message comes in the form of a packet. I mean, it's just a set of bits, right? And that
Yes, sir.
message is interpreted. So
Interpreted.
yeah, so if it is in this case, it is a deal with the Samsung guys. So they gave the tool vendor how to decode, how to interpret this content, whatever it is showing here. So the tool vendor did not only receive the message, it could also decode. It could also show you the content in the understandable language. Okay, so there is a deal. I mean, the tool vendor has to pay the Samsung guys. The tool vendors make this kind of deal with the chips, and they have to pay the chipset vendors for the deal. Okay, because the tool vendor will make money from their customers. Got it, right? I also have actually experienced how they make this kind of deals with the chipset vendors. Okay, anyway, now if I make a say if I browse, I will still go to RC connected state. Okay, now I'll do that. Second. I've turned on mobile data. You see, I've just turned on mobile data.
Yes, sir.
Now it has set up RC connection. Okay, and it is now it has started sending measurement report. Previously, we didn't have it, right? The measurement reports are sent only when you are in RC connected state. If the cell switching is now operated by the network, okay, so it is then handover. In our idle state is cell selection. In our connected state is handover for the purpose of, so the network takes the decision of cell switching. And
Now
enable,
actually,
yeah, the network, you see the content, I'll show you the content. It will have the PCI, the cell identity, and the RSRP, RSRQ. You'll see. You see here, physical cell identity, that is PCI 83. Okay. Do you,
Sir,
do you see the marking here on the right side? See,
yes,
I picked any other cell. Here, measurement report. The phone is sending. The phone is not only measuring, but also it is sending the information to the network. The I mean, quality of the signal level of the serving cell and the neighboring cells. Okay, now you see this particular message. It is PCI is 83. Okay, RSRP is 27, which indicates the signal strength, and RSRQ is 5, which indicates the CINR. Got it?
sir, the PCI was 81 as I saw before, but how it is changing?
No, it is sending both serving and neighboring cell status. The network, to make a decision of handover, it needs to know the first part is the condition of the serving cell. This is the condition of the serving cell. Okay.
Okay, sir.
This first part, RSRP and RSRQ 29 and 11 is better than this neighboring cell. The serving cell has a better status. RSRP is 29, RSRQ is 11. That's for the serving cell. And it also sends the condition of the neighboring cells. When the network finds that certain neighboring cell is better than the serving cell, the network takes the decision of handover. Then
Oh, okay.
for this purpose, the network needs to know the the network needs to know the condition of the neighboring cells too. Okay.
It's in the DRX cycle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now the phone is in
It
DRX
has,
cycles.
yeah, but
One of the games.
yeah, but it can since it has been long, it has sent it has disconnected the RC connection, but it can again, it will see, I'll now start browsing, it will again establish RC connection. Okay, I have still mobile data on, but I'll now start browsing. No, I haven't done it. This is the service request. Service request message stop, reactivates a um, EPS bearer. Okay.
So can you show us step by step how the RFC connector?
Okay. Now, RC connection is lost. Okay. So now I will browse, and it will set up RC connection. Okay. Once you are in RC connected state, it's okay. Okay. Let me wait. It will itself release the RC connection for. Right now I have no activity. Okay. Once there is after a while, it will release the RC connection. When it goes back to, okay, it is setting up RC connection again. Okay, I turn off mobile data. Okay, I've turned off mobile data. Now it will stay in idle state. It will stay in idle state. If you're in RC, if you have mobile data on, it releases RC connection, but in a short while, it can again go back to RC connected state. Okay. Okay. Now I'll turn on mobile data, and it will move to RC connected state. Yes. Okay. So it will. It is now. I will browse. Say, yeah, I'm browsing Yahoo. .com. Okay. I'm now browsing yahoo.com. So it's now in RC connected state. There is definitely some service request message. Okay. It's RC connected state. It is reading the SIP messages in RC connected state. There is definitely some service request. Mm. Okay, anyway, we'll talk about service request message in the class, and maybe I'll try again. Once again, I'll try to show you service request message. Okay, I've disconnected. I stopped mobile data. It should release RC connection. RC connection release. Okay. Okay, there will be some service request message. Please keep an eye on the service request in capital. Okay. Mm, I think the EPS bearer is then maintained. Okay. Okay. Web browsing works on the default EPS bearer. So, okay. Anyway, um, we can't show it. The EPS bearer was active. It didn't stop working. Okay. Service request is a message to invoke a procedure to reactivate EPS bearer. Okay, now I'm going to show you a 2G log file. I just to show that when you set up a voice call, it allocates a particular ARFCN and time slot number. So I have some recorded file, so which I can replay. There's an also, by the way, you can actually log everything. All of these files. You use this logging button, and whatever messages or the signal levels, everything you can capture here. Okay. So we don't do that.
Later time, these messages can be analyzed. And
Yeah,
captured
later
after
you
that.
can, yeah, you can analyze the file. If you use the replay button, you can replay the whole log file. So I have some. I'll now replay a log file for 2G. Okay. So let me stop the operation of this. Okay. Okay. Give me a second. I need to first find out where the log file is. Okay. Give me a second. Yeah, I could find it. Okay. So do you see the XCAL screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I start playing. You see, I don't remember if this log file I myself captured or somebody else. Okay, but I had it in my laptop. I mean, it was on some from some Nokia test phone. Okay, now it is in data service mode. It is not making a voice call. Let me see if this file contains any voice call or not.
So
Oh,
is it for
2G? It's for 2G. Yeah. EGPRS. EGPRS is edge. EGPRS is edge service. Okay. Right after, I mean, there was a MS course long ago where I discussed this kind of activities. I mean, the activities in 2G. I used to teach. I mean, in a whole 3 credit course, I covered only 2G activities. Okay, anyway, this particular, I need to change the file and need to open. This one doesn't have a voice call. Give me a second. Oh, what's happening? Let me check another file. Oh, sorry. This one has. Okay, now you see. Okay, now it is receiving a call. It's an empty call. Okay, so it has received some paging message, and so you started. And oh no, sorry, it's making a call. Setup. This message should include the phone number. Hey. There must be some error in the decoding of the message. This one should have the phone number. This alerting, okay, these are the same type of message. Probably the messages. Hey guys. The messages are not decoded. The messages are not decoded. Man, I'm sorry. But no, I mean, what happens? This setup message includes the phone number, like we showed earlier, and this assignment command gives the ARFCN and time slot number TN and ARFCN. Okay, I'm sorry, the messages are not decoded here, but in this too. I don't know why. I mean, this is again a problem with the tool for try. Okay. The same. I'm sorry.
Sir. So all these messages are connected with our phone, right? Not with our SIM.
Currently, I'm replaying some old log files.
Yes, sir. I got it. But like what we have seen, these kind of messages are connected with our phone,
right?
Or
Right.
with our SIM. So what will happen, like if I don't have a SIM, but I like just dialed a number and just tried to call you? Like, what will happen?
Using data services, I mean, calling over WhatsApp or something.
No, no, sir. No. Voice services.
Voice service without a SIM.
Yes, sir. Because
Okay.
I will not be able to call you, but still, what will I see in this interface?
Okay.
Because these are connected with my phone, right? These kind of messages.
Yeah, I mean, well, the call will not take place. The call setup, I mean, the call setup will fail in the beginning, right? In the beginning, right? If you don't have, in the first case, it authenticates you. You see it will stop right here. Here you are authenticated. So when you don't have a SIM, you are not authenticating yourself, so it will stop right here. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
In the one of the I mean in the early stages of the whole call setup procedure, you have to authenticate yourself. Okay, I'm sorry I can't show you that assignment command. Okay, it could have been interesting. It clearly shows you RFC and a number, whatever number we discussed, and TN, which is the time slot number. Okay, so you are allocated that particular 200 kilojoule time slot number. Anyway, okay, what else? It's getting late night.
Yes.
So any comments, or do you have any questions?
It was a nice session, sir.
Okay. And what else? Uh, so we can you now wrap up, or you have other questions?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll now wrap up. And if you come up with any questions, we'll discuss them in our next class. Okay, so I'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you for your time. Assalamu alaikum.